welcome back to my anime channel, Gizanime. Today we're going to be reading The Return of the Disaster Class Hero, Chapter 16 and 17. Last few chapters we left off with meeting Sophie, Mardi, and her going to like this establishment to get some artifacts appraised and probably buy some more. But our boy Geon is ahead of her, and she's kind of irate about that because somebody else is getting the attention that she wants. We learn that she's modified her appearance somewhat, so that's why Geon didn't initially recognize who she was. I guess she made herself look a little younger or something to that effect. But he finds it quite hilarious that she's gone to such lengths to do that. And because she's so irate at Geon, who she initially looked like she was infatuated with when she saw him, but her ego got the best of her, and she decided to send her little lackey in to take care of the appraiser because, you know, he didn't look at her stuff first, and Geon for getting in her way. What's weird though is Geon gave off like this really strong aura that made her leave. Yet she sends in her lackey to take care of him, which I find weird because if this guy is so powerful that you ran out, I don't see how you think your little lackey is going to do any better than you would. But anyways, Geon takes care of her quite easily, and throughout his little skirmish with the assistant, the appraiser figures out that he's actually Geon. And Geon's like, you know, keep that on the down low. We'll talk about it later. I gotta go, but when I return, I got some other questions for you. In the meantime, I think he left some stuff with him to, like, look over or take care of. So that's kind of where we leave off, kind of like in this little middle ground with nothing really to leeway off into because Geon, you know, handled the assistant. Sophie left. He's kind of done what he needs to do here, I guess. So he'll be back later. So I guess we're going to be popping up back at the house and figure out what's going to go forward from there. So with that said, let's get into chapter 16, see what happens, and I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go, chapter 16. Alright, so we're looking at some cafe. A ton of food. And Geon stuffing his face. Okay. Good start. Good start. Hey, Sonja, the glacier here is real good. Eat as much as you want. What's funny is, after knowing this character, he says eat as much as you want, like he's gonna pay for it, but in fact, I'm sure that's not the case.
You are correct, sir!
That's fine by me, but is that really alright? This place is pretty expensive. This isn't the end. It's fine. After taking a look at this thing here, it'll do a whole lot. Wait, are they eating out on her tab? Is this like some kind of credit? She like dropped out on her way out. I'm out of here. Deuces. Drops your credit card, and they're just like bankrolling all this food on her stuff. That'd be funny. An insignia, was it? You use it as a card, right? It even stores the skills of other goods or gods. Okay. So you can use it as a card, so credit card, I'm assuming, and it uses the skills of other gods as well, or whatever these beings are that have given these powers out. Looking at it now, it looks like the Aquarius insignia. It even functions as an ID card, so it might even bite us in the rear later. Let's figure that part out after we eat. Is it really alright to eat? Yeah, bro, it's alright to eat. Is it alright to eat though on somebody else's dime that they're unaware of? That's a totally different story. Geon seems to think so. Hey, Sungjia, do you like the glacier here too? Okay, so this guy that was about to dip on everybody and leave them to die, right? That's who that is?
Nope.
Huh, that voice is... Divine Cadre Captain Choi Sung-gi-yuk. And I'm sure I'm butchering these names. I don't know what to tell you. Do you mind if I take a seat here? I'm sure Geon does mind, but you're gonna sit down anyway, right? Isn't this Sungja's boss that was shitting on him? Yeah, that's who that would be. Pleased to meet you. I'm the Gemini Divine Cadre Captain Choi. Please excuse me, but are you the person that Sungja mentioned earlier? Okay, is this not the same guy that was about to dip on everybody? Did he get eaten by that spider? You know, I really don't remember if he got killed or not. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, why? I heard that he'd met an incredible acquaintance that took down the Spider Queen that Yonghui had failed to take down before. What's that got to do with you? Scouting out remarkable talent is also the Divine Cadre Captain's job. No, you can't handle this much talent, bro. Scout? What are you gonna bribe me with that I can't get by myself? One of Leo Geon's 8 divine artifacts will be going up for auction soon. There's no rush, so how about we take our time discussing this while managing the auction? Probably one of his artifacts anyway, right, to begin with?
Well, duh.
Are they going to be auctioning my belongings? Exactly. His crap. He really knows how to bribe a guy. Geon is drooling ice cream out of his mouth. Like, that's kind of gross looking, but okay. I don't have anything to lose, so I'll go with you. Is the auction house nearby? Wipe that glacial off your mouth first. That's what I was thinking. No, I'm afraid not. Given that this is one of the famous Lee Geon's divine artifacts, it'll be auctioned off at an appropriate location. It's the greatest auction house in the world, towering 16,000 feet in the sky.
What? What the fuck?
What the hell? 16,000 feet in the sky. It's not a tower, that's a monolith. That's a... Man, that's crazy. How's that thing staying intact and upright? The wealthy fortress city, Drachma. Yeah, that's gotta be a city.
That's a huge bitch!
I don't even think this is possible to make something this tall. Wow. I'm just like floating out there in the sky. Drachma's Great Auction. Sophie out here still trying to get her shit together from seeing Lee Geon running away like a coward while telling her assistant to go take care of things for her. Trembling. I don't know if she's trembling out of fear or love. Or both. It's both probably, right? Hey. Okay, this is the Thomas Andre lookalike, right? Yeah. If you're just gonna be shaking in the corner there or get lost, you're making the alcohol taste bad. This man never learns any manners, a real muscle brain. But I'll have to tolerate him for now. This is the man who rose above even Lee Geon. There's no safer place than by his side. This guy rose above Geon.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, bullshit!
Yeah, I doubt it. Saint of Leo, Stephen Mark here. Anyway, that weapon of Legion's that was going to be auctioned off is mine. So don't even think about selling it off. So they were going to hold an auction and not tell everybody or something? Like, where did they get the artifact from in the first place? Wasn't it one of theirs to auction off? Or was it like your group artifact? Where are you going? None of your business, so just sit there and wait. Just to be clear, this guy looks like Thomas Andre from Solo Leveling, just not as cool. Apparently he's just a tool. Yeah, just stay calm. This is Drachma. Whoever that man was, there's no way he could come here.
Are you sure?
Huh? That's Hugo Otters. Why would that be shocking that he would be there? What great timing for a valuable customer to have arrived. Jeez. Just where is Geon? So apparently Hugo Otters knows that he's going to show up at some point, right? I figured that Geon would have come here considering there were so many expensive divine artifacts here. Look how sadistic this woman's face. They make her look while she's coming up behind him. Long time no see. Huh? Have you been well? Hugo Otters. Man, this girl is even making him sweat. Sophie Mardi. It sure is hard to get a hold of you. It seems you can't win against time either. For so long you were the face of the saints. But you've changed quite a lot. Or could it be because unlike us you have so few disciples? Or maybe it's because he just doesn't care. Go away, I don't want to talk with you. Oh my. Are you going to ignore me and do whatever you want again? Well, if you do so, you might lose your children just like how you lost your wife.
What did you say, punk?
What did you say, bitch? Did these fuckers kill his wife to keep him in line with them? I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case. I vaguely recall something being mentioned about the wife in a couple chapters or so ago, but not totally sure. But yeah, that was definitely a threat. Oh my, she isn't dead yet, is she? However, she might as well be. What can you do when your family is falling apart due to an incompetent head?
You are dead!
Right? This lady's asking to be kicked the shit out of. But what's funny is, though, Hugo Otter's ability lets him perceive the future, right? Because that's how he knew that Geon was going to, well, die, right? So, I figured maybe he knows that this event's going to happen. But possibly not. But she is definitely pushing all of his buttons because huge explosion. And yeah, I figure she's just still standing there. They're probably on like even level. I told you to go away. Phew, please hold your temper. You have to after all. I'd have thought you'd forgotten the truce we agreed upon 10 years ago. And shouldn't you be more aware of your status as a saint? As a half a saint? He's only half as powerful as they are? How's that possible? How are you only half a saint? There's 12 saints, right? 12, not 11 and a half. Hey, Pest. Is it Geon? Yep. This clown just flicks her in the forehead. Hugo Otter sent like this devastating attack of fire at her, and she just like deflects it with her hand. And Geon just comes in here and gives her the good old flick. And sends her flying. You knock her out? That'd be even better. And she falls to the ground. I think he knocked her out. That's awesome. I like that. Geon! Huh? Oh, Toxo. What are you doing here? I was worried about you because you might make another mess. Worried about me. Do you actually like me? Don't even joke about that, Geon. Forget that. Just why the hell is this girl everywhere I go? Oh, you look at that knot on her head. That is incredible. I love it. Does she like me? He's sick. Does she like me? I like the ending of this. Alright, everybody. So that was chapter 16. Kind of comedic in moments. So we start off with Geon and Sungjia, Hugo Otter's son, at this ice cream shop eating off of Sophie Marty's assistant's bank, I guess. From the way it looks, anyway. Off of this insignia. And, as they're talking, he tells Geon about this auction of one of his artifacts that's going to happen. He said Leo Geon or something like that's his name, so it kind of went over in my head momentarily that, you know, it's Geon's artifact. Well, I know it's Geon's artifact, but I for some reason thought it was a different person. Anyways, so, they decide to go to this huge tower, 16,000 feet tall, which is about 3 miles tall. So, aside from magic or some incredibly, like, far-fetched, sci-fi type technology, I couldn't imagine how they would build something so tall. But it's basically like a mini city that this artifact is being auctioned out at, so they decide to head that way. Meanwhile, we see that Sophie Marty and this Stephen Marker guy is there, and apparently Stephen Marker has made a name for himself as being, quote, better or above Geon, which is a farce. There's no way that could be a possibility. Maybe, okay, yeah, maybe the previous Geon, whose strength was so overwhelming that's how he became so disfigured, is because his body physically could not handle the power that he had. So as he was fighting, he just kept marring himself. It's kind of like Deku from My Hero Academia, how his body is unable to handle his quirk. So when he uses his power, you know, he breaks his hands and legs and things of that nature until he's able to overcome that. So that's kind of how Geon's body was, I gather, until he spent this past 20 years in this tower and just re-strengthening his body. And when he left, he was like in his younger, vibrant form that could handle all the power they had and all the power he gained in the tower, because he is, without a shadow of a doubt, way far and beyond and above where he was when he initially went in the tower. Like, if he was the same person then and now, that tower would have been no problem with him, and whoever stabbed him in the back would have never been able to have faced him whatsoever. So, current Stephen Marker is on par with old Geon, or slightly above. But that said, Geon now is still leagues above where this guy is, no doubt. So we see them to Sophie Marty is in this tower, not because she wants to be, but because she figures if Geon shows up, this Stephen Marker guy will basically keep her safe. Which doesn't happen. He ends up leaving for some reason because this artifact they're auctioning it off, he says it's his and he doesn't want to sell it. So expect a conflict between him and Geon soon, because Geon is definitely going to take this artifact. over this Steve Marker's dead body. It has to be. And Sophie Mardi runs into Hugo Otters, starts harassing him, mentions she's sorry about his wife or something, or you don't want to happen to your kids what happened to your wife. Some kind of veiled threat. I can't recall exactly what's up with his wife. I think actually they mentioned that she went on some kind of vacation or trip or something, and she hasn't been back yet. That might be just a cover story that I think he told Lee Geon. But regardless, she threatened Sung Ja. And I feel like this was really stupid of her to do due to his relationship with Lee Geon. Granted, none of them really, other than Hugo Otters, know that this is Lee Geon still. They just think that he's some new guy who is way too powerful. And Lee Geon goes up behind her after she threatens Hugo Otters. Hugo Otters attacks her and flicks her on the forehead and knocks her out. And that's pretty much the chapter. Very funny, like I said, in some parts. Not a whole lot's really expanded upon. So let's get on to chapter 17 and see if anything else happens, and I'll see you all there. Alright everybody, chapter 17, Lee Geon. The 13th saint who's considered the strongest. I've always hated Lee Geon. No, I was scared of him. His hideous face full of scars. His aggressive personality that doesn't forgive anyone who rubs him the wrong way. And his cold eyes that always look down on me. 20 years ago one day, so back at the tower, Lee Geon, stop him! Okay, so he's storming into her house. This is the Aquarius Sanctuary. Leave right this instant. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Fuck off. Yeah, he just doesn't care. What is the meaning of this? How dare you trespass into this place? Okay, she honestly looks like literally the same person. Especially with that stupid little spot on her forehead. So I'm really hard pressed to figure out why it is he didn't recognize who that was in the first place. Okay. Please leave. Apparently that's not happening. Punches a hole in the wall beside her. Screams out loud in shock and fear. Do you really want to die? What are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Are you really asking me that? I sent you to the rear to treat the people injured by the calamities. So why are you fooling around here? Their arms and legs look like they have to be amputated, all because they were injured while protecting you. Because she's a narcissist, dude, and she doesn't care about people. She just cares about herself. So she's not out to protect them, she's out to protect herself. And she sees them as tools. You gonna break her arm? You're the one who said that you would treat them. Hurry up and go save them. So he's mad because she's just fucking jerking off in this castle or mansion while people are hurt because of her. Who cares if people like them die? They should be happy that they saved me for the sake of humanity. Are you looking down on saints? We're already getting a lot of shit recently from people saying we're useless. I don't even have a speck of a thought to clean up whatever mess there is. What? If you understand, then get out. I have to do my makeup for my interview later. See, that's all she's concerned about is her appearance and what people think about her. Let me go. My gosh, just how hard did you grip? What's with your disgusting hand? Smacked some sense into her. Yeah, I expected too much from my pest to understand human words. The pest needs to be beaten to get their shit together. I need to beat the sense into you. I just can't talk words to you because you don't understand words. In the end, I was dragged there to treat the injured until I passed out. Lee Geon, that rude and irrational man. I really hate Lee Geon. You're sleeping quite soundly, pest. She just woke up tied to the chair. Screaming again? What are you doing? Release me this instant. These must be some really powerful artifact ropes or something like that, because you would think she just snapped right out of those, because I'm sure all these saints and stuff like that are extremely powerful. I mean, look at the blast that she just deflected from Hugo Otters that blew out the side of that wall. So the fact that she's just sitting there bound in the chair makes me think that these ropes are magically imbued at some point. How dare you do this to the Saintess? She also hasn't changed at all in the last 20 years. How is her repertoire still the same? That's what I'm saying. Shit, you think I'll stand for this? Don't think that things are the same as 20 years ago. I'll distribute acidic fluid on my hand to mount the rope that's binding me. A restraint of this extent is useless on me. That's what I was thinking, but probably not. If only I could escape and meet up with Stephen Marker. Another flick? Oh, this guy loves flicking people. Really, your tricks are so obvious from your expression. Oh, what's this? Burned his finger? You're so stupid. I have an acidic protection skill that activates whenever someone strikes my body. Now the acid magic will start to melt your entire body starting from your hand. Sophie's imagination. Okay. This is Aquarius' strongest protection skill. Is that so? Then this is my strongest
Fuck you!
Full recovery. My strongest fuck you. What's with that? Wow, she's got a little mini her screaming inside of her. And it's a little weird. The melted part was healed instantly. That's not recovery. That's a broken skill. Yeah, everything about Lee Geon seems a bit broken. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, Pest, shall we go over everything that's happened between us? I hear you were telling people you were my doctor. One hit. You're the one who sent the goon at the appraisal store, right? 5 hits. Also, oh, 1 hit, 5 hits. He's about to smack the shit out of her. I'm pretty sure that's what this is adding up to. Also, what shit were you saying to Toxo earlier? 50 hits. That's, please, wait. He's waiting. Wait over. Oh, wow. Ow, wait. Geon hits everyone equally, whether they're a man or a woman. We're all about that equality. Though they also give him a reason to. Am I imagining things? It's like his divine status is increasing with every hit. Divine status charging. Current divine status 40%. You have dealt a strong strike to the Aquarius Saint. You have obtained special data, Saint rank. But which divine god's divine status is he increasing? Oh, it's the double flicks. She fainted. Yo, everybody! Check this out. Sophie turned into a unicorn. Isn't that awesome? It's awesome, right? Unicorn Sophie for everybody. Divine status has been unlocked. Current divine status minus 50% charging required. Divine status, what's that? Explain it to me again. Divine status is a godly power for the purpose of manifesting and maintaining a divine god's power. You can steal divine status from the disciples of other divine gods. When divine status falls to 0%, the corresponding zodiac loses their power and can lead to death if it remains at 0%. Okay. So it can lead to death if it reaches 0. And this thing just said hers is at minus 50. So is she dead? So what has he been doing? Like absorbing their power and charging his own? So he's like Bond kind of with the snatch ability. Just like taking their strength as his own. But more. And what does him storing it up do? Does it just make him stronger, or does it make the entity that's given him power stronger? Or both of them, for that matter. Because I'm pretty sure they might feed off one another. So I can also gain divine status when I hit people. Did I not gain divine status when I hit Yonghui because it wasn't unlocked at that time? Leon thinking about as hard as I am about what's going on. Anyway, it looks like I can get stronger. Cool, but how strong do you need to be, bro? Geon, shouldn't you ask her about the dagger as well? Kind of hard when she's knocked out. She wouldn't dare to stab me. Also, I found someone who can investigate the dagger, so it's alright. The appraiser, right? Ah, I see. So you just wanted to torment her. Well, duh. What? That was a question? Put up the flickers. Oh, has time already passed by this much? Where did you get a phone? I borrowed it from someone I know. He took Sojal's phone. How would he not know that that's his son's phone? I would think maybe he would know. I would think maybe. Takso, I have to head to the auction house now, so I'll leave the rest to you. You can just throw her in the trash can somewhere. I'll contact you whenever the auction is over. Hey! What should I do with her? Okay, scrolling, going. What, did you forget something? Of all people, while here. So Stephen Marker came back in, I guess right after Geon left. So now Stephen Marker is going to think that Hugo Otters is the one that did this to Sophie. Stephen Marker. Hugo Otters. What were you doing here? Basically, with last chapter, nothing really happens this chapter. We get Leon thunking the shit out of Sophie after, basically telling her that, you've been doing all these things, whatever you said to Hugo Otters, I'm going to flick you like 50 times, blah, blah, blah. So she gets brutalized by him in the chair. After we get some little flashback to where Leon told her, go help everybody who protects you. Which makes sense. You want them to be healed so that they continue protecting you. You let them just fall in battle, you no longer have that protection. But her ego just doesn't care. She sees people as less than insects, basically. They're there to fill a role, they filled the role, she's done with them. And she also mentions that everybody looks down on the Saints already, so needing, I guess, people's help would make them look even weaker. But I'm not sure if that's totally true, because you always have, those fringe groups that will say stuff like that, but they're the minority. So, for the majority of the part, obviously these people that sacrificed their lives to keep her safe didn't think that way. That they were useless, because if they all thought that she was useless, they wouldn't have try to keep her protected, you know. But she didn't do that. Lee Geon got mad and basically busted her upside the head and dragged her out there to do it anyways. And she kind of resents him for making her do good things, which is weird, but okay. So we get that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we got. We got a bunch of flicking and torturing and I'm gonna kill you, blah blah blah. We do learn that about the, him absorbing the power from the saints again. But again, Sophie was at minus 50%. And this thing says that when they hit 0, they could possibly die. So I don't know if that's like a time gated thing, because like Lee Geon's like, just go throw her in the trash can. She's probably already dead, but I doubt it. So we'll see going forward. We get at the end, Stephen Marker shows up right after Lee Geon leaves, and now he thinks, again that Hugo Otters is the one that did this to Sophie. So I'm expecting Lee Geon to show up again, just out of nowhere, to stop this, because this could be bad if he's just left with Lee Geon, or not Lee Geon, Hugo Otters. So let me know what you all thought of these last 2 chapters, though, and I will see you all next time.